What's up, guys? Chance here. Welcome back or should I say, welcome to Football Manager. We're gonna do a club manager for Australia, or not Australia, Austria. Okay, Australia's in this game. That's how I'm doing Australia. So right now I'm gonna let the randomizer do this for me, which is gonna be to see what I'm gonna be picking. So let's see where it is. We're doing Premier Division or First Division. Let me see. We are going to be in the Premier Division, okay. And 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There are 12 guys. Oh shit, guys. There are 12 teams here. We are going with the SKN St. Pauline. I'm going to do all the teams, but I'm going to do every single team in this game, so which is going to be great. Which I know you're going to like, so as for which, we're going to go back here. And I am going to use the wheel. Because I like spinning wheels. I like spinning wheels. I'm going to see doing finish. Neighboring / major or all, because I want to see. Let's see this. Okay, so we're gonna do neighboring. So okay, these are leagues. I'm gonna make sure everything is gonna be at the last set. I'm making sure everything is playable, but however, we're gonna start like that. So we're gonna start the game. Load time is gonna take a while, so we're gonna talk. We are absolutely going to talk. Now, as you know, I have Twitter. Yes, I have Twitter. I don't use it often. I just only there to retweet or just do some smaller things because I'm the quiet bunch. I'm the quiet type. So, with that being said, basically, like I know that there's basically a public specimen in here, but I have a feeling that people are lately to do something like stupid, more stupid on Twitter than ever in social media. That's why in social media is like, you tend to go on stuff to browse around, to scroll around, and just to have fun, like talk to friends. Even have Discord. I talk to friends on Discords, and of course I just do role plays on Discord as well. And basically, like, I don't know, I just feel that I know it's none of my business, but basically, they're doing some stupid things that are role playing here. I've never seen someone who's like really stupid and just being a crybaby on Twitter. Because if I'm on Twitter, I just retweet. I'm just staying quiet because I know I'm not. Because basically, I know that I like to stay quiet. I'm not a talkative person. I only talk when it's necessary, and also I can just do whatever things I need. So it's basically a fact. But the basically the thing is that I don't want to be in someone's shoes when they're crying through Twitter, just talking, complaining through Twitter, especially insulting someone through Twitter. That goes literally too far, and especially when it becomes to being total sexist to women. Now, I respect a heck a lot of women, but the only people I don't respect are that are women are Annabeth Gunnarsson, Kimura Hattie, Carly Moonlight, Ariana Westwood, Mackenzie Weasley, Stripe Mandia, Christopher Gillies, Damien Deathstalker, and Casimir Pruitt. I literally have decided to have no respect for those guys because they definitely do not earn my respect. They'd never earn my respect. And basically, I just don't like for all the girls on Twitter. I respect the girls on Twitter, even like yes, I like but here's the thing. I like in terms of social media, like on Twitter and stuff. I usually like and retweet, or should I say, mostly like tweets from girls, because they feel like I like the energy from those guys. Like I like the energy from those guys. They're giving their positive vibes. I like being positive here, and basically, and of course, I like I do like those. I do like pics on Instagram too. I have Instagram too, and yeah. So on back to Twitter. I would never show any disrespect or any sexist things to girls on social media, whether it's on Twitter, Instagram, uh, any other things. But the but like that's not the only issue someone has on Twitter. Basically, I haven't heard. If you haven't heard, like that people tend to try to say like, okay, there's some damage towards this, like them being disrespected, but then they target other people. Then you have two sides on how you approach this. One of them is the wrong side, one of them is the right side. The wrong side, basically, like I already saw happen on Twitter, is basically just to roast people on Twitter and stuff, and just not taking anything for granted, especially when it comes to YouTube content creators. Now, I don't want to be in a bush because I know I like creating content. I like content creators in general because I like what they're doing. I like what the content creators are doing. They're just making content for you guys and just so you can watch. But when you see content that triggers somebody, then basically basically it's their style to actually make content, make something entertaining, and it's not actually a good idea to lash out to people. As if you look on Twitter, I'm not going to mention someone's name on Twitter. I'm just not going to mention. I'm just not going to mention a content creator on Twitter who does that. But I feel like I don't. I feel like I don't roast people unless people roast me, and I only roast people if either A, they started the problem, or B, is when they end up trying to be a total ass. Is when they try to be a total ass, and for them to actually, I don't know, just trying to get the upper hand and saying like, oh, yeah, I don't care, I don't give a fuck. But when someone say like, oh, I don't give a fuck, I can do whatever I want. Like, here's the thing, if you say you do, it's like, oh, I can do whatever I want. It's my Twitter. I can do whatever I want. I can just roast people, blah blah blah. I can start problems. I can start drama. I can start all the fights. This is where that person's wrong. And basically, I feel like that's not the right move. Like, if I were that guy who was just like, oh, something triggers me, like, I would just ignore the whole. I would basically get off Twitter for the day, and just either get off Twitter for a day or just look at Twitter for one time and just don't reply. If I don't reply, then I won't be in this mess in the first place, because I would just enjoy my vibe, and also like my vibe. I want to have a positive vibe going forward, and basically the way to solve a problem when someone's roasting people for no reason or response is like, if I don't think that's a good idea. I don't really think that's a good idea, and I take a step back. But yeah. Anyway, young here, me, haha. Use profile. We're gonna use this and that. Allocate points. Start. Like, Polton, sign me, of course. I'm signed as a manager. Yay. Predictions here. Let's see. Premier Division. But the problem is, exactly, I can't do any freaking thing. I can't do any freaking thing. Send. Why is this disabled? Oh wait, I can't do that because I'm undergoing a embargo, which means I can't. Basically my team is banned from making any moves for transfer. So, time to play smart. YouTube. But yeah, like, going back to the whole Twitter situation. Like, here's the thing. Here's what people don't understand. People don't understand is that I always have a reason to roast people. Because if, like, say, you don't fire back at people if you, unless it's either major or you have a reason to roast them. For example, I roast the toxic Wood Potter people because they're basically targeting me for some shit. And basically, I have the reason to do that because it's like I have the right to do that because I want to stand my ground. I'm just going to defend myself. I'm just not going to run away like a bitch and just hide in a corner. No, I'm just going to defend myself because I have a reason to. If there is something where someone who does that for who targets me for no reason, then I will just ignore it. I'll just ignore that fact, and I'm just not going to be roasting them shit. I'll just be like, that guy is stupid. That fucking kid is stupid. I'm not gonna listen to you. I don't care. Like, if you try to do this thing, like, okay, let's see. When I had during this period, I can't do it until 2nd January. Oh my god. And then tactics, like, I don't get it, especially if I play, like, say for example, okay, we got this one, fluid, right here, good. Club Vision meeting, yeah, that's good, Club Vision, even though I'm not allowed to actually get this one. I want to do yeah, let's do something light. Let's do something light. Fitness levels. Ruling. I'm not going to change anything because basically it would be whack if I tend to do that. I'm taking scout induction. And training. Room setup, individual training setup. Training stuff. Team report. Like, I don't roast people unless I have a reason. If you roast me without a reason, then sorry, you're out of line. I'm gonna push you aside. I'm gonna push you aside like Lady Demetrius just throws you around like a rag doll. I'm not gonna tolerate your shit. I don't care because you're not my style. And if you think I'm a coward, then that's called me making a smart move. Because I'm doing things smart here. Dynamic. and also medical. One injury. What? Park Kwon Run is a broken lower leg. He is out for between 8 days to 2 weeks because he had an injury. All right. Squad. This captain, available age, available average. And I don't, like, what I don't do is I don't go to social media. I don't go to Twitter just to, I don't go to Twitter just to cry like a baby, just tell everybody, I'm just doing this one. Like, that was when I made a mistake, when I had to deal with James Royce and James Royce's bitchy girlfriend, where I was telling them because I need some help. No, like, I need some help with friends. If I'm in a bad mood, I just need some help with friends, from friends. Skip. Background. Skip. Skip and skip. Okay. We're gonna apply all of this. Okay. And I'm just not gonna go on. I won't be the person who's gonna be on Twitter, and I would not be the person who's gonna be on Twitter just to cry like a baby, which I made a mistake before because I had to deal with James Royce and James Royce's girlfriend, bitchy girlfriend, and I don't. And basically, I only tell people if I need help. The next problem I had to deal with were the people. But here's the thing. If someone goes too far against me, then I would say payback's a bitch, because I would continue to roast them because that's my reason. My reason is because they take it too far. If it's something minor, then I would just ignore it. For example, if someone roasts me playing Call of Duty when I'm the best in the league, when I'm basically best in the lobby, then when we lose, then I'm not going to bitch about it, because basically they're just doing stupid stuff. However, when someone has to have the audacity to roast me when they and not the cheaters in their lobby, then that's their fucking problem. Like, I'm not taking the line down because it's not my fault that the team lose. It's not my fault that the team loses against cheaters. No, you had to deal with cheaters too. So, like, basically, well, you lost because you had to deal with cheaters, not me. Because you're also the one who's dealing with cheaters, not just me. Like, I don't get what people were worried about. Another problem would be Modern Combat Versus. I saw someone on my YouTube channel bitching, saying like, "Oh, you just got destroyed." No, but have you ever encountered someone who cheats in the game? Yeah, if yes, and you just handled him like that? No, because you're a fucking coward. I have my reasons. I had my reasons saying like, "Oh, someone has cheated because because basically I haven't played in a long time." Here's another example of that one. Paladins. What happens in Paladins rank play? Bitches being toxic over me during rank play. Being fucking bitches during a match, so I basically, how would I rebel against them? Well, by causing them to lose on purpose. I caused them to lose on purpose. Then I'll be like, that's it, I'm not playing with you guys. Because you fucking like to roast people who who tries to start ranked, who's in ranked play for Paladins, which is why. And here's the thing about Paladins too. I don't know if noticed, but I don't think Paladins esports is going off. Is taking, basically continuing. I don't think that's would happen. If it would happen, that there would be a miracle, because it's basically Paladins full of toxic boogers and toxic cowards, because they only take, basically when you play with toxic people, then you get run over. It's like it's like toxic people running you over by a car, or nuking, or basically trying to create an apocalypse. That's the thing that they're really trying to be really good at. That's being toxic. Now, another thing is another example of this. Last example is World of Potter. Before, when I joined, I had a suspicion that someone in the name of Kamura Hattie was trying to use her fraud-like strategy, that's right, fraud-like strategy and romance strategy, to try and get police involved to arrest the people. So that's basically her fraud strategy, and I knew it right away. I just played along with it just for fun. Then the bullying starts from toxic people. So and who knows? That's why you see every videos of my drug dealer simulator videos that I create drugs named after them, because they're trash and they deserve every single low blow that they're gonna get. Again, I always have my reasons. I always have my reasons to actually fight back and defend myself. So, with that being said, hang on a second. Like, and now they have the audacity to actually get those are days where basically where I got banned for no reason on World of Potter. So then my strategy. So then I had a strategy where I am going to try and get rid of the toxicity of World of Potter. That's what I did. I got rid of the toxic people on World of Potter, so therefore I won. Because basically I don't have to deal with them anymore. Not quite and never. Because basically I'm gonna still roast them, because I never forget their bullying tactics. Their strategies, their tactics, whatever. I am not forgetting those. And even on the WWE games, there's a creative wrestler. I created those wrestlers, created them as wrestlers, and I made them jobbers. Because they deserve to be jobbers. They deserve it. So, with that being said, I have my reasons, I have my methods, and basically that's part of my self-defense. But going back to this Twitter bullshit, and basically, back to the Twitter bullshit, I don't think bitching about the toxic community is on Twitter is basically and technically, there could tweets like, oh, you're no wonder why they're toxic. They dislike your video based on their drama. Like people don't get the point. They don't dislike the videos because of the they, they always have a reason to dislike your video because of what happened. They have their they have the rights to dislike your video because basically it's the one you're doing. It's your doing. It's basically your doing, and it's basically you're doing to create attention. Like, I don't understand your. I don't understand what's going on here because you're just being a total jackass to other people. My YouTube content is basically based around not being not a stupid thing stuff. Sometimes educational, sometimes fun, sometimes positive vibes. And of course, I remember there was one video from a drug dealer simulator where I had to I showed you guys what the one of the envelopes, and someone commented down saying that you have to saying that you did not thanks for not pulling up the map, you jackass. Thanks for not pulling up the map to let us know where it is. The reason why I didn't here's what they don't know. The reason why I didn't pull up the map when I found the envelope is because the envelope is going to be located random, and the only way you can see it is through the lit thing, through the lit candle. If I pull open the map, then basically you won't see any markers of where the envelopes is. You won't see any lit candles in the markers in the map. So basically, I don't put it on the map. I don't pull it up on the map. If you're confused where the envelopes are, where possible envelopes are, go onto Wiki. Just go onto the Drug Dealer Simulator DDS Wiki. It's that simple. Like, I have a reason to not pull up a map. Again, I always have reasons to actually not do things you said because basically I know they're random. It's going to be placed at random, and all I have to do is just look for the lit candle. If I can find a lit candle, that means I know somewhere that has that area it has an envelope. So, with that being said, my final conclusion for this one is basically I allowed the roasting to happen when you have a reason to. When you have a reason to, or anything bad toward you, if you have a reason, then you can do it. But however, but it has to be a valid reason though. If you say something like, it's because of this game, blah blah blah. If it's because of this game for no reason, it's like, because someone says this, someone says that, dude, it's just a game. Your reason's not valid for roasting people on Twitter, or any social media of that matter, because you're just being trash box. So basically that's your problem. So basically that's your ideal solution to this, just to roast people for no reason. And of course, the one roasting that I'm not validating, is never valid in editor, is if you roast other people not only through no reason, but trying to be sexist and racist for in general, when you try to roast people for no reason. Like, I don't know what this person on Twitter's mind heading, but clearly it's fucked up, because Like if you see me roast people, I would never use sexist or racist things like that. I would never do that when I roast people. I and of course I will always have a reason to roast people. If you roast people with for no reason, or you roast people with a reason that's not valid, or anything minor or tiny bit reason, then that means that it's not valid, and that means you're the problem. You and I would and technically I would not be the person to go and ruin people's life and basically complains, cry like a baby for 2 weeks or 2 months before I take a break on social media. That's why I never talk. That's why I never talk on Twitter. I never talk on Twitter. I don't talk to people on Twitter because it's just because basically I don't want to be on people's bad side because my like they would not agree with my opinion. They would not agree, and sorry, I forgot to apply this. And let me save this game. And the fact that especially roasting and being sexist to women content creators. I mean, I know to all the women content creators, I respect the hell out of the women content creators. They do a mighty fine job. It's basically just a women's revolution of content of YouTube, or women's revolution of content creation, if I do say so myself. Uh, which I'm absolutely applaud the the female content creators and what they do, because they're doing a fantastic job, like a very great job to say the least. But like someone taking the time to actually tweet their displeasure over and over and over again when they're the one who start the problem, and basically them trying to roast people, not just for like, yeah, they have a reason to roast people. Yeah, him roasting, like, yeah, that person has a reason to roast some another person, to call out somebody for disrespect, but using the racist sexist, that's sexist terms in his roasting, that is a big hell no. That's big hell no. If you do that, then you'll be punched in the face. Then you'll be punched in the face by people if you try to do that, and you would end up being jailed for that. And of course I saw someone's like, oh, they're sending death threats. Like, well, one, that's what you get for trying to use racist slurs and sexist slurs in your tweets. If I were you, I would just calm down, take a step back, saying like, oh, that was my fault. I own my step. I'm sorry. I would not do it again. And basically, that is it's and especially from content creators. So when someone's a content creator, like, basically, if you try to do that, you're just ruining your reputation. If you ruin your reputation, then that's borderline. That's basically a borderline scandal. So with that being said, I'm going to leave it off here. See. So yeah, that's basically I have to say about this. I don't think there's anything more to say about it. But with one final note before I head off, from me to the toxic people from World of Potter, I win. I have won, and they have lost. because basically what happened, if you didn't know what happened, they started bullying me, they got me banned, and then after that, they didn't own up to the whole. They didn't change their ways. They just never get on to world order. So therefore, I win, and they lose, which is great, which is so great. But yeah, that being said, thanks a lot for watching, guys. It's very opinionated of me because I just want to voice my opinion of the situation, the Twitter drama, and basically, I'm not taking any. Just note that I'm not taking any sides of this. I'm not taking anybody's side. I'm just trying to be neutral, just state the facts of my opinions, and because I know that this situation is similar to my situation, is similar to what happened to me in the past. So, with that being said, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video, give thumbs up, subscribe, and share for more. I'm going to post more videos, and yeah. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and we will see you all next time. And let's hope that we can end this Twitter drama and get back to the normal state. Because in Twitter, for Twitterland, or any social media, I'm hoping for positive vibes because positivity is fun. And of course, what am I going to say? Oh yeah, of course, for female content creators, I'm happy that the female content creators are doing really well in YouTube standpoint, and basically to all the female content creators, keep doing the best you can because you're going places, and for you guys, it's for the female content creators, it's basically the women's revolution of content creation. Thanks all for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.